Here's a more complicated consequence. So you're somewhere now, and you're going somewhere in the future. And one of the consequences of that is that your nervous system, it's one way of looking at it, parses up the world in relationship to the relationship between those two poles. So for example, when you walk into a class and your plan is to sit down, then you're immediately going to perceive an array of chairs. Imagine you were coming in here to clean up the room instead of sitting down for a lecture. Well, then the things that would manifest themselves to you would be qualitatively different. So maybe you'd only be looking for the things that were out of place. Or maybe you're coming in here because you're spectacularly lonesome and you think that, you know, there's somebody here who might be a potential partner. Then the world's going to array itself in front of you in a different manner. And the degree to which what you're pursuing in relationship to where you are determines even how the objects of the world manifest themselves to you is indeterminate. It happens to a tremendous degree. And it's not only that things manifest themselves to you as objects in relationship to your conception of your current situation and your goals, but your emotions are also hang on that platform. So for example, if you're writing an exam and you expect a C, you're hoping for a C, and you get a B, then you're going to be extremely happy about it. But if you are hoping for an A and you get a B, then you're going to be extremely unhappy about it. And what's interesting about that is that in some sense the stimulus, as the behaviorists would have it, is the same, but the emotional consequence is actually reversed. It seems to me to be sort of related to the idea of Maya, which is a Buddhist idea, which is that people live inside a framework that's conditioned by desire, and as a consequence it's not actually real. And the unreality of it is that you can change what manifests itself to you, and the importance of what manifests itself to you, by changing your conception of your goal, your future, or also by changing your conception of who and where you are right now. And so in that sense, being, your experience, is malleable. And it's malleable, at least in part, as a consequence of the choices that you make. And so what that implies from a phenomenological perspective is that free will and the manner in which the world manifests itself are integrally related. And from an existential point of view, it implies that you actually bear a fair bit of responsibility for the ongoing quality of your experience. And the existentialists would presume that that responsibility is built into the nature of being. There's no way out of it. It's like a precondition for being.